Hey, how you doing? This is the Daily Rabbit Hole. I'm your host, Marcus. Hope you guys are having a great morning, great afternoon, and if you see this later, hope you're having a good evening. All right. Hope all is well. We got some things to talk about today. Got a lot going on out here. And yes, still a little indifferent with streaming, but I feel like this is the moment. I feel like this is the moment that, could launch the consistency for me. Okay. Now, I've been busy. If you've been off my page, you will notice now that the website is actually on the page. And what I'm going to do right now is give it a quick check, make sure it's working, and it is. It's working just fine. Wanted to mute that. So now you can go directly to the website and check the page out. And that's really dope. That's a huge step. So I took some stuff down. I'm not doing the news articles anymore like that. Kind of overdoing the news article thing. Okay. So I'm not completely over it, but I'm not so much a writing journalist or as I am like a visual journalist. Is that the same thing? I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna keep writing. I'm gonna get that back going, but at least now you can go to the website and you can watch the stream or you can go watch the replay. It's really dope. It's really cool. Um, it's pretty unique to see myself on my own website now. You know what I'm saying? So the only thing that I have a fuss about is the fact that I have to use YouTube. Like I would prefer my Rumble stream, but Rumble's not that far advanced yet, or you need a little workaround with the website. I'm not that great with that. I do enough. I'm not a coding specialist, but I'm not like trying to sit out here and build codes and stuff. I don't do that. All right. So think about this. You can go to the website. It's a one-stop shop outlet now. My writing, videos. I hooked up my Instagram to the content section, so you guys can go on there, check out the Instagram feed that's on the page now, right? Right. Okay. Now, before we get started, please go and follow all my pages, share, like, and engage with my content. If you're feeling generous, I'm taking donations on the website, on Rumble, on YouTube. I'm taking it wherever you want to give it. I am not on Facebook this morning. This conversation isn't going to be for Facebook. I don't really feel like getting in trouble today. So we're going to keep this conversation purely towards really Rumble, but I'm on YouTube because that's the only way I could get my website on there. So get my video on the website and all that. So this conversation is we're generally going to be scheduled around or laid around Rumble. All right. Again, go to all my pages. I'm on Rumble, Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram. I'm pretty much in most places. I'm working on my BitChute page, and I'm basically putting new what's the word I'm looking for? Putting new content on there. I'm gonna upload all 31 episodes eventually, and I'm gonna do the same thing for Spotify. I'm gonna redo it and put everything in chronological order, so or numerical order. Same thing, I guess. But yeah, I got to redo my Spotify. It looks bad. All right. So bear with me. We're doing what we can. Work with me. Help me get there. All right. Enough of that. Oh, and again, before I start, go to dirtyrabbitdigital.com. I haven't added that to my scroll bar, but what that is the marketing department to the Daily Rabbit Hole. So this is where I'm taking clients, I'm doing graphics, I'm building websites. I have someone helping me with that. I have a in-house web developer now. So we're working towards that right now. We're helping people build custom websites. Some things I can do, some things I can't, like I said, but good news is that I got an in-house web developer. Hey, right? So just make sure you guys check out Dirty Rabbit Digital. It's on my page. You can go to the Facebook. It's DR Digital Marketing. Thank you so much. Let's get the show started. All right. Now, Palantir, Trump, surveillance, Elon Musk upset. Look, guys, there's a lot going on right now. And I need you guys to really understand. I always say there's a lot going on, right? And there is to some extent. And I want you guys to know that the deal with Palantir and the immigration and ICE. Listen, I've been telling you guys about this tag tracking ID system for some time. And I never want you guys to think that I would make this up and spread misinformation, but I got some receipts. We've talked about Pogo. We've talked about Zyphr. We have talked about these instances in these situations to where they are tag tracking and IDing people, all right, via diffusion centers, via your emails, your IP address, all things like that put you in a database. Now, the crazy part about all of this right now is that we are having a string of domestic incidents in America, okay? And these domestic incidents, sure, I've always told you people in America are unhinged, but these domestic incidents are very different, all right? We're talking about the DC incident with the two Jewish young people. We're talking about the guy at the California fertility clinic that detonated himself. And we now have the gentleman in, I think it is Boulder, Colorado, where he threw the incendiary device and ended up burning people. And he basically is saying that if he had another opportunity, he would do it again. All right. Now, what I'm trying to lay out for you is the fact that you have so many domestic extremist events happening in America right now that eventually they're going to want to get the leash on us. And what do you mean by the leash? Listen, I've said this numerous times before that we are the people they're watching. Now, don't get me wrong. Sure, there are some good ones out there supposedly doing their job, whatever. But what I'm saying is this. Between the extremists, the migrants, Palantir getting this tag, this system to help with ICE and immigration, it's a perfect storm of surveillance, legislation, and AI overreach. All right. Now, the moment you start thinking that this is purely just for ICE and stuff like that, that's where they got you. Got you, right? And not much you're going to be able to do. Now, for people who are just tuning in and probably wondering, what is this man spouting off about today? We're talking about Palantir, Trump and Palantir's deal for surveillance. We're going to discuss Elon Musk and his issue with Trump all of a sudden. Sure, if you want to believe that. And basically, is this the system that I've been talking about? Not so much, more of a piece to the puzzle. System's already in place. They're already tag tracking and IDing everybody. I've already talked about this. Today, we're going to talk about David Goldberg's Project Pogo, Project Zyphr video. I'm going to play that, all right? Classic, but I'm going to go ahead and play it. Seems fitting. I also have the Palantir video about the drones that came out during, I think this was the Super Bowl show or the college football championship. They aired this video, and it was like the drone video. This is also the same time that we had the whole drone incident going on in America, all right? Everyone was thinking like, oh my God, drones everywhere, UFOs, orbs, right? No one really knows what it is. It kind of got swept under the rug. Biden stated that we don't know what they are, and you know, it is what it is, and we're going to go from there. And then Trump got in office, and he was like, we know what they are. A lot of contractors, people flying drones, this and that, but I feel like at this point, we all know better. And that's just me. I'm not going to sit here and act like, you know, there's never a PSYOP going on. You throw a rock and can hit a PSYOP at this point. That's all I'm saying. So we're going to get into the Palantir thing. I'm going to share my screen. We're going to discuss what Palantir technologies are, and then we're going to, I'm going to show you the video. Show you the video. I don't know if I want to show you the video first. If you don't know who Palantir is the technology defense contracting company. They build stuff, they make weapons, they make drones, they play around with technology. They're real fun. All right, now give me a second. Probably should have did this earlier, but I didn't, and that's okay. I didn't feel like doing it. We're gonna do it in the show. Makes it real. See if I can find it. Let's see. There we go. that. I didn't want you to play it immediately, but thank you. All right. So Palantir aired this during the Army Navy game. My bad. It was one of those football games, right? So this video is basically the drone system that's being deployed. And at the time this video had came out, we had the drone incidents in New Jersey, all the sightings all around America, right? Okay. So what does Palantir do? Palantir decides to air a video. Of course, branding, marketing. It looks great, makes the Navy look hot shit. You know what I'm saying? Make them look hard. It's the Navy drone system, because we know the Navy has, big technology deals and contracts, and they have different tools that they can use to get the job done. Now, I'm going to play this Palantir video. I want you guys to just understand this is who Palantir is. They're in the defense intelligence world. They get a lot of DOD contracts and whatnot, okay? All right.
Swear to God.
All right. Now that was a quick little Palantir video. I had paired that video with some drone footage from some other stuff that I saw. The drones really aren't important. I just want to let you know who Palantir is. Palantir is a defense agency who specializes in technology, intelligence, stuff like that, computers, hacking, cybersecurity, all that fun stuff, right? So Trump has aligned himself with them in a deal. All right. Now, again, thought I shared my screen, but I didn't. Give me a second. Bingo. Bing, 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 bing. Window. And there you go. All right. This is the Economic Times. Palantir to create vast federal data platforming, tying together millions of America's private records, stocks jump. All right. So right now, Palantir is creating a data system that can infuse all the agencies in there and basically, I guess, put all your information in one place. Say centralize your information in one place is what I'm trying to say. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and breeze through this first paragraph. We're gonna discuss it. All right. Palantir to create vast federal data platform and tying together millions of Americans. Palantir Technologies is back in the spotlight after securing a major federal contract that would reshape how the U.S. government uses data legally. Under the new agreement backed by the Trump administration, Palantir will build a vast centralized data platform that connects sensitive records from key agencies, including the IRS, Social Security, immigration databases, and more. That more is the one that they don't want to tell you about, okay? This platform, powered by Palantir's Gotham software, is designed to analyze behavior patterns in real time, flag potential threats, and support decisions around public safety and fraud detection. If you guys have seen The Dark Knight, there's a scene on The Dark Knight, right, that, like, how can I explain this? I want to explain this correctly. There's a scene on The Dark Knight where he's looking for the Joker and he basically taps into this system that it's like sonar, which is not the same thing as Palantir, right? That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is what he did is he took all the connections and centralized them into his place to where he could monitor and let his AI systems run and pick up on settled tones of distress or issues, conflict. Now with Palantir, what they're going to do is that all the companies are already selling our data anyway. This ain't really nothing new at all, right? Oh, sorry. This ain't really nothing new. We already know that they have our data. We know that they've been doing the tag tracking and ID for some time. Now, David Goldberg had mentioned this in 2019 before he passed away, that in so many cases, they knew that the people itself would be the problem. It's not so much as the domestic extremists that you think. It's more of a us against them thing. And if they can spin it in any way possible, they will. So right now, I've always said that they're going to do a lot of this stuff behind the guise of the migrants. A lot of this stuff that's being implemented is going to allegedly be used on migrants, but we know that's not how it works. All right. We have things in place that's going to allow them to surveil and do everything that they want to do. We have the Patriot Act. We have all the NDAAs over the last 20 years signed in. All right. We have FISA 702, which is the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act. All right. We have already made it very possible for them to spy, collect data on us. All this has already been done. We've heard about Cambridge Analytica and a whole lot of other platforms that were stealing information and using it for whatever reason. All right. You think people are getting hacked, and it's more or less them selling your information to these databases. If you don't believe the fusion centers are real, you got another thing coming, because they pretty much are already there. All right. They're tracking everybody. And it's not to say that like they're not doing their job, but I'm saying if you look at how things are lining up right now as far as domestic incidents, migrants, and a lot of these cases are just so happen to be migrants now getting involved in these stories, you're going to notice a nice little trend happening. And when that trend starts really picking up steam, the only people who are going to be at the crap end of it is going to be us. Because I've always told you, we the people are the enemy to them. And that's just how I see it. That's just my opinion. You can take it how you want to. I'm not here to stoke fear or anything like that. I'm just here to tell you that there is something really going on right now. All right. Now, people can say Trump is wrong for this, but I mean, again, it's being hid behind the guise of migrants. I mean, same conversation with Operation Warp Speed. It was his operation. He condoned it. He signed off of it. So, again, I've always told you, pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. All right. Now, this whole Planetar thing, Planetar is a lot more structured than we think. All right. Planetar isn't just someone who popped up and, they've just started doing their thing. Planetar is doing a lot, and they have a lot going on. Now, I have their shareholders. If you would want to guess who's on their shareholder board and why is this so big, all right. Now I'm gonna read the shareholders out to you. The largest shareholders of Planetar in early 2024: Vanguard Group 9.4, Peter Thiel 7.2, BlackRock 4.7, Sampo Holdings 3.9, Alex Karp 2.5, and shockingly, State Street at the bottom at 1.9. All right. Listen to what I'm saying. The big three are involved with Plantar. All right. Now, we've already stated what the big three are. Like I said, BlackRock, Vanguard, State Street. Everyone assumes that they are the big three controlling everything. There are more groups involved than just them. All right. Please understand that. Now, Peter Thiel, if you know that name, Peter Thiel is co-founder of PayPal. You know who else is a co-founder of PayPal? Mr. Musk. So, let that set in. But Trump has made this quote unquote deal with Planetar to have an integrated centralized tracking system for migrants. If you believe they're going to track migrants only, congratulations. You're not the only one who believes that BS. But I'm telling you now, with all the research that I've done, all the things that we've talked about, David Goldberg's Project Pogo, Project Zyphr is alive and well. All right. They're tracking people. If you don't believe it, we're going to go through it. I'm going to play his video. I always play that video when we talk about the tag tracking ID system. All right. Now I'm going to talk about some of their products. All right. I'm going to show this on the stream. Here you go. So it says Planetar Gotham, because I mentioned that, right? It says it's a defense intelligence offering. It is an evolution of Planetar's long-standing work in the United States intelligence community and is used by intelligence and defense agencies. Among other things, the software supports alerts, geospatial analysis, and prediction, meaning it's like a system that can basically predict events through all the intelligence and data that you put in. So kind of think of it like what's that movie? Oh my God. not Vanilla Sky, Minority Report, where they had the system that was basically tapped into everyone's conscious, and it could basically give you a report or like chances they were going to do something crazy, right? Based on their thoughts. Now, this isn't exactly that, but it's going to be a database based on our social engineering behaviors, the way you have issues with protest and all of that, and a whole lot of other things that are going on. They can crunch those numbers, put them in a database, and Gotham is going to spit them out to you. All right. It says foreign customers include the Ukrainian military. You see how this is working right now? You see where this is going? Okay. Palantir Gotham has also been used as a predictive policing system, which has elicited some controversy over racism in their AI analytics. Like I just said, predictive policing system. All right. So what they're saying is in the racism and the AI analytics, okay, I'm black, guys. Shocker, right? So let's say they're tracking my page, they're tracking my purchases, and they're tracking, the things I do and where I'm going. This system will actually compute everything and then create like a tier of levels, like how dangerous could this man be or how dangerous could this person, like, and from there it'll be like high alert, guys getting ready to do something stupid. That's kind of what's going on with this right now. Ooh, excuse me. Okay, so understand that how excuse me, how they're going to try to play this is that it's purely for the migrants. It's purely for that we're tracking and we're making sure we're getting all the bad people out of America. Now understand that they're sending people to Venezuela right now for less than $1. All right, you can go there for free if you fuck around and find out. So I'm saying right now is that the liberation camps, the monitoring, the gray man, all the stuff people are talking about, you guys better start understanding how that's all going to tie into this. How are you guys going to manage a tag tracking ID system or a self-governing AI system? All right, now, if you want to throw in this little conversation of smart cities, then sure, you can throw it in, because I guarantee Palantir Gotham is going to monitor all of that. Your behaviors will dictate what's going on to this system. And the fact that they think that they're going to use it for purely the migrants is laughable. If you believe that, then I got a gold nickel for you. Best way I can sell it to you, because we know better. We've been stripped of all our privacies, all our rights. The Constitution is not being applied to us anymore, as much as they say we're in a free country. If you would like to believe we're in a free country, then so be it. But you can't be free with systems like this. It's an illusion of control. It's an open air prison. All right. We've heard of open air prisons. That's what the Gaza Strip was. It was an open air prison. I'm pretty convinced America is a large open air prison. You don't have any rights. You have to get permission to do everything. And at this point, you're going to need permission to think, because they're taking all of our information and they're funneling it through AI. And AI is going to be biased. It's going to be racist, because the people that are slightly controlling it sometimes have a racist undertone. It is what it is. It's not a secret. It's not. Whether that racism is brown, black, blue, brown, green, yellow, red, it don't matter. Ye who controls and wields the system has an inherent racist undertone under them. I don't know why. That's just how this system has played out. That's the way the system was designed, excuse me. The system, a lot of people would like to say this racial game of it doesn't target white people. Bullshit. If you go to Washington right now, we have former military breaking into a military base, beating people with a hammer and stealing weaponry, all for the sake of whatever ideology they want to tie themselves to. This system is supposed to be tracking those kind of people, but those kind of people are all wrapped into America. So it's gonna overlook some people and it's gonna pick up on some people. This tag tracking ID is gonna be thorough. It's gonna get the people it wants to get. And if they put you on that list, they are gonna get you. There's no way around it. And it's really important how these moves are really affecting us right now, because Trump himself, MAGA 2025 people, you guys have all signed on. Elon Musk has officially, quote unquote, turned on this man. Bread and circus. They say they turn on each other in Senate and Congress, but they go golfing together and yachting together in their little rituals together. So sure, face value, they don't like each other. Behind the scenes, get this money. And that's probably what's happening right now. But again, it's really convenient that Elon Musk's tenure ended right before the Palantir deal. And it would have been even more crazier had he stayed on, and we still would have said Peter Thiel is co-founder of PayPal. Those guys are buddies. And if you're asking me this, what does Elon Musk turning on Trump have to do with anything? Right now, Elon has turned on Trump due to this bill that he's trying to get passed. Now, I think it's still charades and circus and all that. I don't buy it, right? Like, you've been up under this man for some time. You've been following this man for some time, and now you have a distinct problem with this man. Come on, guys. Come on. You got to know. You got to know. All right? So this is something that we are going to keep a watchful eye on. Now, before I really jump into what the Elon Musk Trump issue is right now, I want to pull in David Goldberg's video for Pogo Zyphr, right? That's what I was talking about. Let me see if I can pull that in. No, I got it on my desktop. Let's see. Got the underwater explosions. I got the DARPA video, which DARPA and Palantir go into each other, but it's not exactly what you think it is. DARPA is very different than Palantir. Now, they could be buddies, sure, but not with what you would think. Where is it? So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull it up, and we're going to do some commentary because I can't find it on my what's-your-face. All right, so this is what we're going to do. Give me a quick second. Where is it? Yeah, you know how you have your stuff organized and then you try to find it and then it's like it magically disappears from your organization? Really hate when that happens. I know I got it in my possibly in my live stream folder. I'm so upset that I can't find it now. Crazy work. Oh, where'd you go, buddy? All right. So in the video, the whole point of the video that I'm trying to show you is that Pogo and Zyphr are being used right now as a tag tracking ID through all the YouTube gatekeepers and content creators. And I know I say that as someone who is technically a content creator and a YouTuber, but I am not here to do you any ill will, is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this. In the event that all this stuff could be partially true, we want to make sure that we are ahead of it. We know what's going on. We know how to move away from it. And we don't run a risk of getting swept into it. Because why would you want to do that? Right? No one wants to get swept into this whole ideology and BS. I'm sorry. I'm going to find this video. It's so aggravating right now because I thought I had it on my what's-your-face. So let me do this. Try this. Just click it and open it and see. Thought I had it up here. Crazy. Found it. Perfect. It was the first one. All right. So I'm going to open it. We're going to screen share this bad boy. Where's my thing at? Here we go. We're going to screen share this bad boy. Here we go. All right, feast your eyes. Feast your eyes. All right. Now, before we get started, this is David Goldberg's words in 2019. He ended up passing away of C19. Rest that man's soul, but this was his last interview. This was the interview he did right before he passed away. All right, here you go. I want you guys to really listen to what he's saying, okay? And understand this is a 6-minute video. I'm not going, we can get into it. 6-minute video, but listen to what he is saying, guys, okay? Listen. Before we get started, please go follow all my pages. I'm on the website live. Check it out. Should be fun. Feel free to donate on all platforms. I'm accepting donations. And if you need some service, like your graphics, your website updates, or anything of that nature, please hit up Dirty Rabbit Digital. Thank you. All right. Okay, listen. Now think about everything going on right now. What did he say? Anti-Semitic attacks, viral attacks. They want to tag, track, and ID and get rid of these people. In 2009, the Department of Homeland Security shared a memo stating the people are the enemy. Now, disclaimer, disclosure, whatever. Is it real? From my understanding, that is. Do I know it? Can I prove it? Hey, man, I'm putting this information out as I get it. Do I think the list is real? I'm gonna find that list and pull it up. I feel like I do have it. I want you guys to understand though that this has been talked about. This was 2019. Understand that this is 6 years later, where we're at now, and think about everything that's going on right now as we speak. Okay. I didn't say it, he did. But think about what happened in 2020. Think about the Georgia Guidestones. Think about the plans that are being implemented right now, people. I'm telling you right now, a lot of this stuff is being tried. All right. I get lit in these situations. I get a little passionate about it because if you are really paying attention, the writing is on the wall. I don't know any other way to tell you this, guys. The writing is on the wall. All right, here we go. So if you've been on my page for some time and you've been following me and you understand the stuff that I talk about. I talk about this patriot movement. I talk about the millions of veterans in the last 20 years. I talk about the hunters. I've shown you the videos of people going before Senate and explaining that there are militias like basically booting up and getting their numbers up. And this whole militia conversation has been going on for 30 plus years now, where this man went to the Senate and explained to him that you got a bunch of angry Americans that have been arming themselves to the teeth and getting ready for some type of quote unquote new world order or end game or some type of sweeping surveillance system. Okay. This stuff has been talked about for ages, for years. It has been written. I need you guys to understand what I'm saying right now. This Palantir deal, the NDAAs, Snowden, the Patriot Act, all these things are tying into what I'm saying right now. All right, let's get back to it. Listen, have no sound for video. Oh, that sucks. Thanks, Dee Dee. Appreciate that. Why don't I have sound? So let me switch up gears. Let me switch up gears, okay? Stop sharing. Let's try this. I want to make sure if I got to play it again, we're going to play it again. I ain't tripping. I thought there was sound coming through. The sound should have been picking up. So, it is what it is. Thank you for saying something. Let me bring it back and see if I can pull it in. I know exactly where it's at, too. So this should help out. Here we go.
Project Pogo is about the YouTube gatekeepers, how they are.
Hey, shout out Dee Dee. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Somebody said something, damn it. Thank you. Even though it's going to record like this, it is what it is. Now, I don't mind going back and talking about this video. I'm on good time right now. So let me break this down. So far, he's already explained the plan, all right? I'm going to bring the video in. We're going to let it play again. If we got to go, we've got to let it play. It is what it is, right? Sorry for the malfunction. Shit happens. It is what it is. I think it's the Talk Studio thing and pulling in the window. I probably should have just did it this way because whatever.
Are all agents. They're all paid to put out truthful information so that they can tag, track, and ID the people that are watching the videos and giving them likes and giving them comments. They're tracking all of it. Project Zyphr is a different project, and that's what I'll talk about in a bit. That is the second stage here. That is coming up, and that is the extermination. They're going to exterminate these people.
Okay, you heard what he said, right? Tag, track, and ID system. Now, how does this, like I said before, how does this go into Palantir? Palantir is the tag, track, and ID system, one of them. There are many that are out there, but Palantir and the deal want to centralize it in one database for predictive policing, looking into the migrants and stuff like this. I've told you millions and millions of times that this stuff will be hidden behind the guise of the migrants, but it will be used on us because if you're watching and paying attention, there are domestic extremists popping up everywhere in America. The last 6 months, we had the Vegas incident, we had the New Orleans incident, we got Callie at the fertility clinic, we got Buddy in Boulder, Colorado, and we got what's his face, the guy in Washington who just robbed the army base and stole all the stuff and got caught. Listen, these people know Americans are up to something. These people know that there are extremists, there are domestic terrorists, there are people taking sides right now. Understand what's going on out here, people. Palantir, the deal is not for us. Do not trust it. Let's get back into the video.
Whether it is tag them for anti-Semitic speech, charge them with crimes, eliminate them completely, and this is where I'll talk about in the documents where they talk about guillotines, viral attacks, targeted, how they're going to eliminate these people without too much suspicion, without too many people noticing. But here's the problem. As I read the documents, I can see I have documents from 4 years ago, I have documents from 2 years ago, and then I have documents from 3 months ago. So there's a progression in.
All right. They're going to use anti-Semitic attacks. What's going on right now in the world right now? Pay attention. They're going to use viral attacks. Self-explanatory. Okay? They're gonna do things that seem like the person is off his rocker, but he is not off his rocker. It is all part of the plan. All right. These people who are listening to these YouTubers, these gatekeepers, your favorite podcaster, I'm telling you now, a lot of times these people are alphabet boy informants, constituents, or former. You never former alphabet boy. Once alphabet boy, you're alphabet boy. That's just how I don't make the rules, guys. I don't make the rules. Once you take them letters, you take them letters. All right. Here we go.
The timeline as the projects change, and Project Zyphr has changed. In the beginning, they were talking a lot about, okay, we are going to infect these people with a virus that imitates the
2020
flu virus. They're going to eliminate them in various ways that would not be suspicious. In the documents I have now from 3 months ago, they are saying the amount of people they have to eliminate is too large. It is too many. We are talking about millions of Americans. And this is where we see their plans are changing. And
millions. Think about the Georgia Guidestones. Think about all the things they had told you about. Think about everything you've ever read, any conspiracy note, anything on whatever you have found. This story is lining up right now. This whole Pogo Zyphr, I want to say it's real. I hate doing that, but the truth of the matter is they are tracking us. They know what time it is. They know we feel some type of way. If you don't believe me, go back to Luigi Mangioni's issue and think about what's happened to United Health. A report came out like 2 days ago and said United Health is still trying to rebound from it right now. People know. They know we're not fond of them. They know we're against elitism and globalism. Klaus Schwab said it before he quote unquote stepped down. Okay? They know we know. This is why the term conspiracy theory is so real, people, because they know we know. Without a doubt. Okay? All right.
They're going to initiate something that is devastating and that is extremely frightening. Based on what I can see in the documents, we're talking about power outages along with a purge. They're going to come in, they're going to take you out of your home, and they're going to put you into a military vehicle or whatever, a van, and drive you away and place you into a camp.
Where do you think you're going? Predictive programming, people. The Purge. Contagion. Running Man. Hunger Games. Red Dawn. Is this sounding familiar to you? Does this make sense to you? I'm telling you now. The Palantir deal is real. The track tacking ID thing is real. Look at your favorite creators. Look at the Democratic National Convention and look at how many creators were there. They're telling people right now in press that they were handing out 50 G's to people to spread propaganda. Come on, guys. And then when you don't follow the game, they snatch your plug from the internet and you go dark or worse. Right? Okay. So two forms of this project. Pogo, Zyphr. Pogo is the tag tracking ID system through the YouTube gatekeepers. Zyphr is the extermination idea. Camps, detained, extradite, like, listen, think about right now how many states have a federal law stating that you cannot say anything about Jewish people. They have laws in place that if you say anything, you can have charges pressed against you. All right. This is in Alabama. Think about how many times we keep seeing some type of contagion flowing around. How many times have we seen these conversations or heard these conversations about this exact moment where they're supposed to be quote unquote kicking in doors. I don't think they're going to do that, because you would be out of your mind to kick in an American door, because once you kick in one door, the word is going to spread. But the blackouts make it real difficult. Now, go check your news, or go check your news break apps, whatever you use to find your news and whatever you're using, go check it. I bet you there's a slew of reports of global outages on the way because of quote unquote solar storms or rare atmospheric anomalies. What happened in what was that, Spain and Portugal, guys? Rare atmospheric anomalies caused a whole blackout, right? Wasn't a complete blackout because cars were still moving, so it wasn't EMP. All right, if it was EMP, those cars wouldn't be moving, or it was a lesser EMP. I don't think it was EMP. I think they cut some of the shit off and just said a rare atmospheric phenomenon. That's fine, but I'm telling you now, they are figuring it out. Sometimes some of this stuff is a test. Last show I did, I said stuff wasn't a test, but I'm gonna recant some things. That blackout was a test. The blackouts that we may see in America probably won't be a test, because you can't do that here. See, in America, as soon as the lights go out, there is a small demographic in America that understands something could be wrong, and they have a checklist. All right? Checklist goes as said. If everything goes out, you need to check your cell phone, you need to check your TV, your radios, the emergency broadcast system. If only one of those things are running, which will be the EBS, 10 days of disclosure. Remember, you guys been talking about that. I don't buy it, but you guys talk about it. We understand that the day they decide to cut the lights out and come get us, it'd be the day they can never come back from what happens from here on out. And it is the uncomfortable truth. And we as the people, the ones not unhinged and doing silly ass shit, need to be prepared. I can't stress that enough. All right, let's get through this video.
It is a very, very big operation that they're planning. It is millions of Americans. They will do it under the cover of night, under the cover of blackness, during one of these planned blackouts. The blackouts are based on documents. I'm just looking at it right now. They have a 3-day blackout. They have a nationwide blackout that lasts 2 days, and a lot of localized blackouts. So it is a whole series of blackouts that they're going to do. And of course it will be blamed on all kinds of things. They might blame it on Iran. I have seen that mentioned in the documents. They've already prepped people for this. There are going to be more blackouts. They're already predictive programming, so we may see more.
Listen, they're already predictive programming. They are setting us up. I'm telling you now. Listen, Linda. Listen, Linda. It is all in motion. I will be the tinfoil hat wearing guy to the day I die. I'm fine with that. I will be a lot of things. You can call me what you want, but you won't call me full of shit. I'm telling you now, these people have an idea of what they want to do. Without a doubt, these people know exactly what it is they're trying to do, how to go about it. But sometimes they got to pull back because Americans are unhinged as a whole. And it only takes one match to spark a fire. And the moment that they try to do this, they will never be able to come back from it. And they know that. So it has to work. They have to do it correctly. They tried in 2020. I am convinced that they tried. And when they realized the pushback, like this gentleman is saying, this is why I say this man really may be on his pivot. Because think about it. They were full throttle 2020, 2021. And then all of a sudden, they stopped. All of a sudden, it was herd immunity. All of a sudden, it was, hey, you guys can go back to doing it A, B, C, and D, all the way down to Z. Now, there's too much pushback. Klaus Schwab said it. He said it, guys. Americans we have that fighter's spirit. We are not for globalism. We are not for these things. We have never been for them. The people who allegedly came here, although I think that story is a little blah, the people came here were against globalism, or at least at the lowest level, like, churches beheading them, guillotines. All this stuff that you guys are talking about in the MAGA community, all this stuff is being discussed, and it is sounding like it is a tag tracking ID system. It sounds like Operation Trust again from the Bolshevik conflict, where these people told them, don't worry, help is on the way, help arrived, something like 15 million people completely wiped out, Orthodox Christians, Orthodox Russian Christians. I'm telling you now, guys, telling you now. It is, if you're really paying attention and you're reading through these press releases, it's coming off as such. And in the moment that you think that they are not capable of doing this, that is the moment they got you. That is the moment they got you. I am not finna sit up here and talk BS headlines coming out. Is Elon Musk this? Is Trump that? The deep state, MAGA, white hat, red hat, black hat, blue hat, red fish, blue fish, green fish. I don't care. What I'm telling you from all my research right now is that they have a plan for all of us. But they can't come back from it if they do it. Okay? This situation is bigger than me. It's bigger than you. It's bigger than this MAGA shit. This shit is human. Like, this is about the human existence, the human experience as a spiritual soul, as a vessel. People, these folks are trying to enslave us through some satanic agenda. I don't care what nobody says. The symbols are out there. The flags are out there. The conspiracies are out there. The stories, the history, it's all out there. These people are trying it. And this Palantir deal with Trump is one of the final pieces. They want to centralize it now. Before, it was fusion centers in a region. Alabama has 2 of them. And we got ours like 10 years ago, 10, maybe 12 years ago. When they brought the Google fiber optic lines in the Google data center to Alabama, they dropped a fusion center right there with it. I'm telling y'all, they've been setting this up for years, guys. You don't believe me? Go look up fusion centers right now. All right? Go look for them. That's all I'm going to tell you. All I'm going to tell you is you better be prepared because it's on the way and it's coming. It's coming. Let's get back to the video. Let's get back.
More of this as we go on. As far as I can tell from Project Zyphr or Zyphr, they are planning this next year and the year after. They are not done tagging, tracking, and identifying everyone. It looks like they're at about 78%. I looked in the documents, and there were a couple of indications of how far along they feel in the project is. They're like 78% done, but they're not completely done. It does take time to identify a YouTube account and then track it to the email that it was created with and then the IP address and then find out who created it. It does take them a lot of time to do that. It is not instant. It does take a lot of research because a lot of people create a YouTube account with an email address that doesn't give any indication of who they are, an account name that doesn't have their full name on it. They don't use their real pictures. So it is a challenge for them, and that's why the project has been going on for so long. But it is coming to a close. In the next 6 months to a year, it appears it is coming to a close.
In the next 6 months to a year, it's supposed to be coming to a close. All right. Now, that was 2019. 2020, think about how do you think they got the information? What happened 2020? Census. The last bit of information that they got was the census. Guess what the census had? Your email. Because it was all digital. It wasn't fill-in form. You could fill it out on a form, but they did digital this time. They did do a digital form. You could put your email in there. You could do a lot of things in there. I'm telling you now, guys, the setup is here. We got till 2030. The plan is the World Economic Forum's Great Reset of 2030, attached to the Agenda 21, Project 25, Agenda 47, and what would be quote unquote where we're at now, Agenda 25 or Project 25. It's the same thing. Y'all keep thinking this shit separate. It's not separate. None of this shit is separate. They are compartmentalized pieces of a puzzle. All right. It's a mass operation. And again, I don't know if this MAGA thing and this white hat thing is so legit and real. But what I'm saying is this: if there is evil, there has to be good. So that means there's two sides of the battle. Is the enemy of my enemy my friend or an enemy? One of my favorite sayings. Okay. This man in 2019 mapped all this out. I come across this in 2022. And if you listen to him, he's not wrong. He's saying everything that's gone on in the last 5 years. Now that we have time to really go back and measure what happened and look at it in the last 5 years, you guys cannot tell me that there are not more cameras in your cities. You cannot tell me that you are giving up more information than you normally would to sign up for stuff online. You cannot tell me that you are getting strange incidents happening where people are saying, my house blew up, I'm being gang stalked. There are people next door to me that I don't believe are real people. And they call it a mental health issue. What I'm telling you right now is that sometimes these people are telling the truth. Everything ain't a lie. Everything ain't a conspiracy, and everything ain't propaganda. Sometimes you need to use discernment to understand what's really going on out here and lock in, because what I'm telling you and what they're showing us right now in live time are starting to mesh up. They're right here. All right? You guys got to pay attention, man.
And that is when Project Zyphr will be initiated. So I have some notes here. I'm going to continue on, talk a little bit more about. Right. They're being tracked. They're being identified. That's the whole point. A lot of people have said, well, why are some of these YouTube channels allowed to exist? Why are they allowed to so openly talk about the truth? And some of you might know Adam Green, No More News, and there are a whole bunch of others, and they're very, very open about Zionism, and they're very honest about it. And they're telling the truth. I mean, they are telling the truth. They're not hiding anything. They're not disinfo. They're not putting disinfo.
One of the biggest ways you can know someone's a paid informant or controlled opposition is the fact that they are dropping you gems. And I'm not talking about the shit that I'm saying. I'm talking about gems. Like, you know for a fact, if you are in these rabbit holes and you've done your research, the stuff that they are saying out loud is factual. And you are trying to understand how they are getting away with it because they are tracking you. Ask why TikTok was such a big deal about the data, because they are tracking you. Every time you share a video from TikTok, that person's ID is in the video. I am telling you, that is a part of the tag, track, and ID system. It was through TikTok. If you don't believe me, go look at TikTok and see how weird TikTok really is right now. You ain't got to believe me. I don't care. But what I'm telling you, that it's there. It's been there the whole time. So this is something that you really need to pay attention to, guys. All right, let's get through this video.
Out there, but as far as I know, they are part. I mean, they're all a part of this operation. I can't say specifically if Adam Green is a part of it or not, but I would assume possibly he is. He has probably been guaranteed a lot of money. He's probably been promised a lot of things. He could be a Freemason. He could be a part of their operation. He could be an agent. I don't know. But I have no idea. It is total speculation on my part. I have no idea. All I know is this is part of the operation, what they want to do. His channel would fit into the MO. It is an example I'm giving. He is there to tag, track, and ID. Not him specifically, but the people behind the operation who are doing all the research and all the people who are commenting and viewing and liking. They want to know who they are. They want to know where they live. And they are going to eliminate them at a date in the future.
They want to know where we live, what we do, what we're getting to, and they want to eliminate us. Why? Because we are the resistance. And I say we because anybody who has understood what is going on, you've heard Albert Pike's 3 World Wars, we've read the Freemasonry journals, whether it's all speculation like Goldberg said, Some of these people are getting paid. Some of these people are getting more pushed than they should. Some of these people don't get shadow banned. And I'm telling you now, shadow bans be whooping my ass. Shadow bans be putting their foot around my neck, man. And y'all know I'm not telling you the truth. I've shown you the receipts. I've shown you I've been demonetized numerous times. I've shown you that they've hit me. I got flagged for sharing my content. I made the content. It's my face. I got flagged for it, for repurposing content. That's my content. I'm telling you, man, Facebook, aka LifeLog, is one of them systems. This is why I think he went when he said they're up to 78%, because Facebook is that tracking system. And we done gave all our information to it. We thought it was cute. We stay in contact with people, and that's not what it was. It was a personality profile. And everyone, they want to know what they can make you do. They want to know what you're thinking. This is why Facebook got hit for those psyops. Excuse me. We forgot about the psyops Facebook was running on people, and still is. Every time y'all put a stupid little flag in your damn profile picture, that shit's a psyop. They tracking y'all. They want to know how many people are gonna follow the go with the motion. They want to know how many people are gonna follow the sheep, go with the motion, and follow and comply. And then there's a group of people that they know ain't trying to hear that shit. I ain't like other streamers, bro. I'm not gonna sit here and talk about Trump and the deep state. Man, damn all that, bro. They playing us. They playing us hard right now. And this Palantir deal is something serious. And the moment we think that we got it all under control and we got it figured out, boom. Whether you believe in the 10 days of dark, the blackouts, the disclosures, the camps, no matter what, no one really said who those camps were really for. They keep saying it's for the politicians, but man, listen, when's the last time a politician really fried for the shit that they're doing? And I'm not saying that we need to go out and go do something bad. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this. Let me put my face up here. What I'm saying is this. There are too many cases. There are too many documents. There's too much information within the CIA, Wikipedia, for everyone to match this shit up. Books, literature, graphics, streams, conversations, random whatever, for anyone to not believe what I'm saying. These people have a plan for us. Whether you believe me or not, does not matter. What you should believe is the events in the last 5 years. If the events in the last 5 years don't tell you that these folks are up to something, I don't know what will. You might as well just go ahead. You the people that comply. And that's okay. I get it. You don't have to. Everyone's got to do what they got to do for their families and their livelihood and whatever it is that they believe. What I'm telling you right now is this. The moment you take these people for granted, they are going to make you pay for it. The moment you 2019, 2020 to 2021, no life changed for everybody. No one is the same. This was one of the largest social engineering operations I ever seen. And I've gone back and I've looked into some events. I'm telling you now, 2020 may be the largest psyop in history. And they got a lot of data, they got a lot of information from it, they got a lot of understanding, and they know what they're going to push back, what they're going to have pushback with, and it's going to be the people. Ask France. Ask Israel. Ask the Israelis, the real ones, not these angry, satanic, elite Zionists. No, not the children of Moloch. We're not talking about the children of Moloch. We're talking about regular humans who live in Israel, regular people who are against what's going on the Gaza Strip. And we can play that game all you want. The last time I checked, that's genocide and ethnic cleansing by definition. So we can all play this game and who's who and who's doing what, but I'm telling you now, it ain't the poor people you got to worry about. It's the rich ones. It's the rich elite who all have a shared understanding of what's going on, how to keep resources, and how to keep us in line. because they've been trying to keep us in line for some time. Is it working? Me personally, kind of, because there's no, like, for all you constitutionists or constitutionalists, whatever you call these folks, for you people who say this and that and we're ready for this and that, these people went to war over like a 2% tax hike. People, we're paying like 45, 50% in taxes right now. And that's overall across the board. We're being taxed on everything. So if for all you people sitting here talking about what you're going to do and all this, war is not pretty, bro. It's not fun. It's not sexy. It's not any of that. These people, what they're thinking of is straight filth. It's disgusting. They're talking about camps. They're talking about guillotines. They're talking about public executions towards us. This is the idea. They're talking about providing you a leader when you need one. That's the biggest clue that this man ain't for you, is that they say when the people need a leader, we shall provide one. You will never get another leader on his own. And if you do, he's going to get. Prove me wrong. Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, he learned last minute. He learned after the fact. JFK, the whole Kennedy family, most of the Kennedy family, David Goldberg. Anytime someone says something out of pocket or truthful and it goes against the narrative, and you're probably asking, Marcus, you've been up here for 2 years. Because I don't feel like I be talking about anything of real value. I feel like this stuff is already known. In my world, it's already known. I'm just putting it out for the other people. But I'm still here. I ain't got no knock at the door yet, and ain't nobody came with a buttload of money to put me on their side. So that tells me one or two things. I'm either not a threat or they know I'm non-compliant. That's it. I know it sounds crazy. I know I sound like a loony man. That's okay. I'll be a loony man. I'll be loony all day long. All right. I'm okay with it. Here we go.
Completely eliminate them. This is going way beyond the idea of passing laws to ban speech, which they're already doing. They've done it in America already, but not very aggressively, and we will see more legislation of that nature. But they want to completely eliminate these people because they do stand in the way of the agenda. There are too many people that are waking up. It is way too many for them to handle. They're starting to have an influence, and they're starting to change the conversation online. It is of great concern to Israel. Something that the memos that I received, we'll talk a little bit about the memos. The memos are different from the classified documents. The memos are White House internal memos that discuss a wide range of things in terms of Trump's meeting with rabbis, discussions with Netanyahu over the phone. And one of the memos says that Donald Trump will have to declare himself king of Israel publicly. This is part of the process for them. It doesn't, there's no strategic reason for it. It is symbolic for them. Trump.
Moment of silence. Did you hear what he said? Trump's already talked to rabbis and Netanyahu and all these people. He's going to have to declare himself king of Israel. You think that's going to happen? Put it in my comments. Rumble, YouTube, not my Facebook, my website. Because we live, baby. We here. Listen, okay? Now, with everything that David Goldberg just said, I'm going to read out the information that about the press release, and I set this up perfectly, right? It says, what exactly is Palantir building for the U.S. government? All right? You don't believe me. If you don't believe me, because I know there are people who be like, I need receipts. I'm going to give you your receipts. Right here. It says, what exactly is Palantir building? You see the website, Economic Times, you see all the links and stuff, right? It says Palantir isn't improving old databases. It's building what some experts are calling the most expansive civilian surveillance infrastructure in U.S. history. Instead of scattered files and spreadsheets, the multiple fusion centers and agencies, the platform will use real-time data integration and artificial intelligence to profile behavior, detect fraud, and identify individuals or patterns deemed risky by the system. At the core of the project is Planetar's Gotham software, already used by defense and intelligence agencies. Gotham will now be used on the domestic front. It doesn't just track information, it makes judgments. It could influence everything from how benefits are distributed to who gets flagged for closer scrutiny by law enforcement or immigration services. Welcome to the social credit system. Congratulations, people. Your social credit system is being implemented. Your predictive programming, your predictive policing, your predictive scenario system is being implemented, and it's probably already running. The fact that they are saying something out loud means that motherfucker's already running. Full time. Full. Okay? So you guys need to understand something. He made you guys feel warm and fuzzy on the inside. He made you guys feel like America had a chance again. And America does have a chance. The American corporation. Because the Republic is not what you think it is. Excuse me, it's a corporation, guys. And at the head of the corporation is a bunch of psychopaths. And you want to know who's funding a lot of this and who's involved? Your big three, because I already read out who was all in it. Your big three are definitely involved. All right. Your private prison systems, I'm pretty sure, are involved too. Corporate affairs, their partnerships, State Street, Geode Capital Management, Jane Street Capital, Eaton Vance, D.E. Shaw and Company, Peter Thiel, BlackRock, Vanguard, and Sompo Holdings. Which is Sompo is a Japanese insurance company. Alex Carr. He's a co-founder and the CEO of the software firm Palantir Technologies. He's invested himself. Which I'm going to be a real asshole and I'm going to say something, but he is, I can't say it out loud because, you know, I don't want to get flagged so much to where I can't stream, but he is funny, right? Funny how that happens. No worries. No worries at all. No worries. It's just always funny to me how it seems to be the smallest dynamic in the world with the most power in the world. This group is like 0.2% of the world population, but they control somewhere upwards of 60 to 70% of everything in the world. How in the hell does that happen? I could tell you a couple ways. I could give you a couple ways. But I'm not right now. I think you know where I'm going with this. I think we all got a general idea with where we're going with this, right? According to the original Tip Ranks report, the platform will act like a central intelligence layer, consolidating millions of personal records under a single AI-powered lens. I bet you they not talking like this on their shows. Where my face at? Put my face back up here. I bet you they ain't talking like this. I bet you they ain't laying it out how this shit gonna play out. They probably telling y'all that MAGA's on the way and they're doing this and that. I'm telling you now, ain't nobody on the way. This shit's already been running and they just had to tell us and it's for us. See, I told you, I ain't finna sit here like your favorite podcaster or streamer and say all this stuff and try to say a whole lot of words that sound cute and give you hope. There's some hope, but that hope gonna come from us. That hope gonna come from the human experience, the human soul. If you believe in a spiritual warfare, it's gonna come from us, guys. It ain't coming on a night in a shiny horse. That horse might be white, but it's a pale horse. It ain't the horse you want to get on. You always talk about the knight on the white horse in the shining armor. That's the pale horse. You came in like a knight in shining armor on a white horse. Oh, pale horse. Play with it if you want. Play with me if you want. I'm telling y'all without a doubt that systems are a go. The only thing stopping them is the fact that we are the most heavily armed country in the world. Registered, heavily armed. That's registered, not unregistered. We ain't even get on that conversation. Registered. Why you think they want to why you think they want to ban everything? Why you think they want to get rid of high capacity magazines? Why you think the battle rifle for the US military, the M4A1 has been kicking ass since they implemented it, since Vietnam, since after the M16 and what was that, 81, they brought in the M4A1, slowly dominated the world. Now, why would you get rid of it? Because everyone in America has the variation called the AR-15. You can't be matched. They don't want to be equally matched, right? Why did this change? Probably about the 60s and 70s when they pulled up and everyone had the same thing as them. So understand, this tag, track, and ID system, they know what's going on. They got an idea of what people are thinking. They got an idea of what people are capable of because they're breaking in and kicking in their homes after they do something stupid, like rob a military installation in Washington. Kick in his door. He had an M249 saw sitting in his house. I assure you, it ain't there for show. I assure you that this evil satanic group that's supposed to be waiting for something to happen and then they go out and do whatever they want. I assure you that that's a huge possibility. There's multi-factions running around America right now, and they know that without a doubt. They know. They definitely know there's a lot of factions running around. There's a lot of militias. This is why they're trying to ban them. This is why they're trying to get rid of the Second Amendment. This is why they've gutted the First Amendment. And this is why they're about to violate I think it's the 4th, 5th, 14th. They've already violated the 13th. They violate that one pretty much every day. But they're violating a lot of constitutions, guys, and amendments. I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know how to draw this out any clearer. And the fact that Elon Musk is now, quote unquote, against him is comical. Like, this man been riding his coattail the whole time. This man sat here, rode his coattail all the way in the presidency. And now it's an issue. Like, you knew this man was like that, bro. Y'all don't buy this. Don't buy it, guys. Don't buy it. I'm just telling you, don't buy it. Now, wall break, before we get into the Elon Musk issue, feel free to follow the Daily Rabbit Hole on all platforms. Feel free to go to the website where we're live right now. The live replay will go on once I come off of here. The live replay will go straight into my Rolodex on my page. You can go back and watch this. Show my Facebook some love. Show my website some love. Show everything some love, guys. Feel free to donate. Feel free to reach out to me, guys. TheDailyRabbitHole.org. All right. DailyRabbitHole.org is me, guys. That's me. All right, right there. Feel free. Go to the page. All right. Hit me up. Talk to me. Watch my shows. I'm redoing my podcast on there. Don't mind that clusterfuck right now. I'm going to redo that one. But feel free to go on the page and rock with me, guys. I'm on there. All right. Find me. Also, if you guys are needing anything of service like websites, graphics, t-shirts made, cups made, or you just, you want to make something custom, come holler at me. DirtyRabbitDigital.com is my website for making brands and services and stuff like that. Hit me up. I'm really good at it. I did my own website. I've done a couple websites since I've been doing this. All right. So holla at your boy. It's in my Rumble link. It's in my Rumble description. It's in my YouTube description. Dirty Rabbit Digital. Book your free consult today, man. All right. All right. Let's keep moving. All right. So let me change the share because, I got to do that. All right. Elon Musk accuses Trump of driving America into debt slavery as he escalates war with president. Propaganda. You see the words, he escalates war with president. All right. Elon Musk has escalated his war with President Donald Trump over his massive spending plans. The billionaire tech titan and former first buddy once glued to Trump's side bombastically claimed that the president is plunging the U.S. into financial ruin. Yeah, you got to run the company into the ground. They got to purposely bankrupt it. They got to destroy the system. Otherwise, the system would just run and keep going. So they rather get ahead of it right now. Now, the technocrats like Elon Musk, he's not exactly what Trump is. He's a technocrat. He's not exactly like oligarchy kind of guy. He's more of a technocrat. The technocracy or autocracy, whatever these new terms that you guys like to throw around, I'm still learning. All right. In a post on X at 2 a.m. Wednesday, Musk wrote, the immense level of overspending will drive America into debt slavery. It's funny, he says will drive. That's future tense. I would like to use present tense and say we're already in debt slavery, okay? Like, how much is America in debt by? $36 trillion? Crazy work. And then they keep stealing money. How many times have $2.3 trillion gone missing? How many times have we heard something was mismanaged or they didn't allocate the funds properly? This isn't new information. What Elon is doing is already proving what we know. And the fact that he's been riding the man's coattail, Trump know the same thing he know. It ain't nothing new. Trump's One Big Beautiful Act passed the House last month and is now held up in the Senate, where some Republicans agree with Musk's outrage. The SpaceX boss began criticizing Trump's bill early this month, then really began tearing into his former best friend with a series of posts on X Tuesday and Wednesday. Musk is highly influential in the MAGA world because of his billions and his control over one popular social media platform in the US. They literally, in so many words, have just said that the man has a whole platform to gear his message and push discourse and social engineering, because that's all I heard. I don't care what nobody says. You own a social media platform, you're able to talk to the masses. It don't matter to me. It is what it is. Okay, that's what it is. Not gonna sit here and act like it's not. Musk is mad that his spending bill is gonna plunge us into debt slavery. Musk is so disconnected from a regular person that he doesn't fucking realize that we're already in debt slavery. So he must be assuming that this is gonna hurt his pockets, because I have no idea what this man is talking about. We are already in debt slavery via education, home loans, auto loans, payday loans, damn church loans. If y'all really let Elon Musk make you think that he give a damn about y'all, you deserve what's coming towards you. Because this man don't know what it's like to be fucking poor. His mom and dad owned an emerald gem mine in South Africa. And what I just said should be self-explanatory at this point. This man is filthy rich talking about pushing us into debt slavery. We're already there. How the hell are you going to push us into debt slavery? You're trying to get rid of the damn debt slavery. How are you going to push us more into debt slavery when you're trying to reboot the system? Unless that debt slavery is coming within the new system. I don't like my oppression repackaged to me, people. I know what oppression looks like. It's not because I'm black. It's because I pay attention. It helps that I'm black, but I pay attention. Oppression they like to repackage stuff to us, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. They've been repackaging our oppression for so long that we don't know it's our oppression. We think the shit normal. Going to work, struggling. You think that's normal? That shit ain't normal. That's your oppression repackaged to you. It looks better. It feels better. Breaking the bank to take the kids to Disney World. That shit don't, whether they go or not, does not change their life. It does not guarantee something in their life. Does not. But you're going to put yourself in debt to do it. Funny, right? So Musk now is feeling some type of way because of this big, beautiful spending bill, which, if anyone's really paying attention, he's on the side of NASA, right? He's with NASA, okay? If you're all paying attention, he's on the same side of these government contracts. You think Neuralink isn't on a contract? What is it? Starlink is on a government contract. He got the government contract in the event that there is an outage. He was going to deploy Starlink systems. Am I lying? I'm not lying. This is one of those things that you got to understand. This man's already built into the damn contract in the big, beautiful spending bill that's coming. So why is he upset? Maybe his pockets weren't getting greased, or maybe he's just playing a double agent. All speculation, of course. Sure. So when we talk about Elon Musk being upset, he didn't seem upset when he was riding his coattail. He didn't seem upset when his Asperger's syndrome kicked in and he threw a weird salute that everyone said wasn't a Nazi salute, but it's real hard to deny something when you see it. And everyone's like, hey, he's gonna be a Nazi and a Jew. Be a lot of things in 2025. You can be whatever you want to be in 2025. Say I'm wrong. You got people identifying as whatever they want to be. So am I wrong for saying that he could be both? People out here identifying with a season. I identify with October. I identify with fall. Shut up. Shut up. You don't identify with anything. You could be whatever you want in 2025. I assure you right now that this gentleman, Elon Musk, and this gentleman, Trump, are playing with you. I assure you that this Palantir deal is very, very real. And I assure you that this right here is a very real situation. And I want to finish this last minute out because I want you to hear what he says at the end.
Trump is going to declare himself king of Israel at some point. I don't know how, but they're talking about it in these memos over and over again. When he's going to do it, why they want him to do it, which again is symbolic.
It's symbolic. Why is it symbolic? Because if anyone understands the touching of the West Wall, you understand that the red heifers from Texas, Abbott already sent the red heifers to Israel years ago. That's already been done. The third temple supposed to be under construction. The Great War in the Middle East is already taken off and it's escalating. That's why Iran, Turkey, India, Pakistan, everyone's being brought into it. The Great Third World War is on its way. And then you got 250-year anniversary coming next year. 250 years is coming up, guys. And there's supposed to be some big spectacle of bread circus parade. But yet, you're seeing a divide happen. I assure you that everything happens from here on out is gonna involve Palantir, tag tracking ID, fusion center, liberation camps, detainment, Venezuela, and someone's coming to America. How they're moving the South Africans to America, I assure you that's not the only people coming to America. When they get done with Israel, if there's anything left, they're going to bring them here. This is the last move. They're here quietly. And I'm not talking about, regular Israeli Jewish people. I'm not talking about the Orthodox Jewish people who just believe their faith and go on about their life. I'm not talking about those people. I want to reiterate that. I'm talking about the satanic children of Moloch. Let's just go ahead and call it what it was. The Molochites. Those people, the ones that are still here, the ones that are still kind of running those rituals and doing these things. The kind of people that are running Palantir, the kind of people that are in BlackRock, the kind of people that are in State Street, Vanguard, people who are controlling your media, the people who are controlling your food, the people who are controlling your sports, your entertainment, your rap music, your movies. The same people controlling all of your major industries are the same people who just so happen to be in some strange quote-unquote secret society. Pure speculation. But again, as I lay out Palantir to you and all this stuff, you have to ask the question, what the hell are they up to? And if you ask that question, then that's half the battle, because if you go look for it, I assure you, you're going to find what you're looking for. There's really nothing else to say about that. You're going to find what you're looking for, and it's going to suck. You're going to go through that dark rabbit hole of disgust. You'd be so upset with yourself. So understand what we talked about today. Palantir, tag tracking ID, centralized database, predictive policing, predictive programming. possible 10 days of darkness, psyop, social engineering, a whole lot of words that's going to get me flagged on YouTube's algorithm, but that's okay because I'm on Rumble. So what I'm saying is this. It's happening, and it's and a lot of the stuff we're getting, like the AI, it's been commercialized. They've already got a patent figured out, set up. That's why they're implementing the centralized database with AI, because it's ready to go. So they had to say it out loud. All right. So as I wind my show down, I want you to know, and I want you to understand that everything ain't what it seems. Everything is not gonna play out the way you think is gonna play out. This whole spectacle of tag tracking ID is part of the problem right now. All right. The whole idea that we think someone's coming on a white horse in shining armor with an orange tan is beside yourself. You need to be real. The last few people that came out and tried to help humans have all met their fate. And I need y'all to act like y'all know what I'm talking about and not be weird about it. Because at some point, we're going to have to really, really, really lock in. And at some point, community is going to matter. And at some point, they're going to cut the lights off, because that's part of the plan. That was on the Georgia Guidestones, that they wanted to drop the world population down to 500 million. Seems like they tried it in 2020 and maybe got some pushback. You've seen the NDAA, you've seen the Patriot Act, you've seen everything taken from us as far as our constitutional rights, and we've handed them away. They don't even say they took them, we handed them. After September 11th, they took everything. So before I get off of here, I'm going to say this. Left wing, right wing, same bird. But what you need to understand is that they're all in it together. Please don't think that rich people care about poor people like that. That has never really been the thing in history. Most times, we're the ones propping them up. And then when we stop propping them up, then we can get somewhere. But once we do it, we got to maintain some control, because there's stupid little shits running around in America that are human, or allegedly, that don't mean us any good. Everyone ain't gonna make it. But what's gonna happen in the next couple of years is gonna let everyone know that your government does not have your best interests. Doesn't matter if it's red, blue, or green. It don't matter. It's all the same thing. And the better you understand that, and the more you subscribe to your reality being a huge lie, the better off you are, because everything they've taught you, for the most part, has been BS. And everything that they're telling you, for the most part, is BS. It's on us to find those underlying stories, or those underlying issues that we can call out and make known as much as we can with being shadow banned, I guess. So before I go, I want to say I appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. Good show. Sorry for the malfunction with the sound. That tends to happen. We'll figure it out. We end up playing the video anyway, and you guys end up learning something. All right. Feel free to go to the website. The replay will be on there. You can go to Rumble. BitChute, I'm still working on. BitChute's kind of weird, but I'm working on it. And it will be on Spotify eventually once I get the playlist updated. All right. So feel free to donate. Thank you so much for following the Daily Rabbit Hole and being one of the best parts of my brand. Appreciate you all, and you all have a great day.